I hope traders and investors alike were green today. I want to take a minute and go over the Chinese tech and EV list. I'll just take a minute and go over the price action. We've had some pullbacks this week due to a short report. I will post one of the banks went in and dissected that report. I will post that in the description section. So you can have access to that if you would like to actually read the report that was, or read about the report. So it'll be, I believe it was JP Morgan or Morgan Stanley, one or the other, actually writ like an anti-short report against the short report, dug into it. So there's some truths in there. More than welcome to check that out in the description section. So that's BABA. You can see the weekly. We need to clear that area. If you go back, we need to get above this 200. You could get a play off that 9 up to that area, but be ready for to take profits if needed. The reaction you may get at that level. This is the weekly chart. Now you can see we tried to push up. It's pulled back a little bit. 15 pretty flat today. It did take one big dip at open and recovered that. It just traded within the pre-market levels. Very tight range on the market today in a lot of stocks. BIDU, same setup here. You got this little cup and handle. Finding resistance right here at the top of the cup. It looks like it did manage to take it out. Get a little above it and still pulling back. Putting a small flag here though, while the 9's trying to come up. It may be able to push off that 9. Watch your price action. That's exactly what you're looking for, to push off that 9. The 9 moves up every day, so the price changes on a daily basis. BIDU under the moving averages here. 9 is trying to come up. This is the weekly chart. Remember, that candle does not close till Friday. So here's FUTU, FUTU. This is touching the 9 here where we get a reaction. So you can see how it's riding the Bollinger Bands. Needed to pull back. Just not healthy to be riding on the edge of your Bollinger Band. You can usually expect a pullback when you get into it like that. So we pull back to the 9 here. You can see same thing happened here. Pull back to the 9 and push. So I would be watching this one really close for a pop if you're interested in trading it. But look how tight these candles are in general. These are so hard to trade. So this is the weekly. You're right into the 50 there. That's a big level. So on this one, you have 56.59 is a very big level at that 50. You want to watch that area because you can get stopped out. But so this is why, I don't mean to be so hard on these stocks. They're just hard to trade for my style of trading. You just don't have, most days there's no range here. It's always gapping up or it's gapping down. So they're hard to hold. You can get some big moves, if you get a setup on it. Take some quick moves, but that's about all they are for me. They're just so unpredictable the way they move. No range on them. I think there's better stocks to trade for my style of trading. We all have different styles of trading. See, like JD here, I don't like the way this is all gapped up. I don't even have a 15-minute chart of that one in here. JD's weekly, you can see this little round bottom here, right into the 50 as well. So it's finding resistance right there. So that's a big area. We really need to get above that. Lee Auto, you can see it's flagged back into the 9 here. This is exactly what we're looking for. It come in, touched the 9, and pushed up. Watch, see how that candle opens tomorrow. It may continue to push back up. You can see that's what we did here. Come in, banging on the Bollinger Band walls. Come back in, flagged on a 9, pushed. Come back to the 9, pushed. Come back to the 9. We could very well get another push here. Lee Auto as well. This is the weekly chart. You can see the moving averages turning up, trying to follow the price action up. A little extended. I don't like it outside of the Bollinger Bands there on that weekly chart. You can see Lee here put a little double bottom in here actually. This side's a little lower, but got a decent little double bottom there. Tried to push back up. Still hearing stuff about liquidity pouring into the markets right now. If that's true, these stocks should still have a chance of holding out. I'm not saying they're going to head back to all new highs, but I think they definitely do have a chance of holding in here if they pour the liquidity in like they keep saying they are. So EDU, you still got this nice flag here, 20's catching up. This could still push. 9 looks like it's trying to roll over, but this could still push. See how your Bollinger Bands are opened up there? Go back. One of them. I noticed one of them looked like it wanted to push, but the Bollinger Bands weren't opening up at all. I think it was one of these charts. So here's EDU's 15. You can see massive push today. Come back. Got another nice push. Look at these flags. Boom, boom. So just a nice all-around setup there. If traders working, there's plenty of opportunities out here. Just have to chart a few more charts. The Discord can be very helpful. If you got a minute to trade, you can always be like, hey guys, you guys looking at anything right now? You see anything moving? And get shared ideas as well. So this is NIO. It had this inverted head and shoulders down here, pushed up out of. Was trading in this channel, and it still stayed within this channel. It just kept grinding up on the edge. We did pull back on this short report news. And like I said, we're putting a description of just some details about it. A bank had done read a story about it. But anyway, we're pushing off the 20 here. I would watch it to see if it's going to take this 9 out. If we can get above this 9, could be, of course, the conservative trader would wait for the candle to close above the 9 tomorrow and look to get in on Monday. But if we take this 9 out, NIO could want to push up. This is NIO's weekly. You can see into the top of the Bollinger Bands. See how these are weekly Bollinger Bands, but see how they're not trying to open for that price at all. I mean, they are weekly, so it takes a little more energy to open up weeklies. Don't get me wrong. NIO, big push today. Now that report come out, we seen the report actually come out, and it was pretty much anti-short report. NIO pushed hard on that, took some of the EVs with it. See it dip back, but grind it up. You can get a nice trend line on that, grind it right back up. Didn't take out the daily highs, but it did grind back up nicely. PDD, I would be very careful with this one right now. Looks like it's trying to struggle with the 9 here. This 20's coming up. This could be flagging, waiting on some of the moving averages like the 20 to catch up, the 9 to start working and push up off this 200. I would just be careful and make sure it holds that 200 before I went in on that one. PDD, you can see right into this 50 here. I mean, so this is a big area. You're right into the 250 there. I personally would wait to either get above that or a pullback to the 9 here, or a pullback on the daily chart and try to take another run at it and make make a few dollars that way. So this is PDD's 15-minute chart. You can see it had a nice push it open as well. They are definitely day tradable when they make moves like that. XPEV. So this one, we touched the 9 today. So right now we're at 32.10. Just watch to see where this opens up tomorrow. If we open up above that 9 and try to push, make sure, it's not just selling. But if it can hold this 9, it's a good chance this candle where it opens up, it's possibly going to gap up because these love to gap. And if it does gap up, it'll probably open and try to push strong. They're not exactly trading with our market right now, and that's one of the things that makes them kind of interesting. There's days our market's taking a beating, and these things will run. So they're definitely worth keeping on the radar, especially if you're not into trading shorts, because we're killing it with puts right now, right into the 200 here, and that's where a big area I would watch would be this 200 on the weekly. you may see some resistance there. You got a high right now. You got a lower high. So you got a low. Your next low would be a lower low if this is a lower high we're putting in here. So be careful. We need to take that 200 out, or this is going to continue into a downtrend. XPEV 15, it doesn't look like it made quite as big of a move today as the rest of them. I like the daily chart on it, though. We're back to the BABA. I hope everybody has a great night. See you in the trading room tomorrow.